and I'm of course here with Early Show correspondent and resident veterinarian, Dr. Debbye Turner Bell. You've got some advice and some safety products for us this morning to keep the dogs and the drivers and everyone else on the road safe.
Absolutely. So now that we know what we know about the dangers of a dog being a distraction as well as the chances of being in an accident, what might help them. So I have some products here that can help you keep you and your pet safe.
So you always want to have some sort of a barrier. You say this is a barrier between the back seat and the front seat, which my dog loves to sit in that center console like this.
Right. And if you just put them in the back seat and let them roam free, sure enough, they're going to want to come in the front seat with you because that's where the action is. And so it's important then to have a barrier, and this just cuts down on the distraction factor of a pet. This does not help with the safety of the pet in the event of an accident.
Keeps them from climbing into your lap.
But it keeps them from climbing up into your lap.
And it just hooks onto the two seats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just goes right into the seat. So this is between the front seat and back seat. If you have an SUV
or a station wagon
where there's a cargo area and you have a big dog that you keep in the cargo area, then it's important to have a big gate barrier back there to keep the animal from then jumping over the back seat into the passenger area of the car.
Or flying should something happen, flying through the car.
And I have to acknowledge poor Lizzie over here who's crying for her mommy.
Yes.
But we'll be right there,
one of our
Lizzie.
producers. Don't worry.
It's important to get one that fits your vehicle. And now there are a lot of vehicles that are made pet friendly that come already fitted.
You can order it as an option when you get your car.
And get the accessory made for that model that you have.
But if not, you can also buy one. You also recommend, we talked a little bit about this, but seat belts can be key. So talk to us about some of the restraints that are available.
Erica, I really believe that if you're going to have a pet in the car, they need to be restrained. And if it's a big dog, you should put them in what's called a harness that then attaches to the seat belt. The important thing here is to make sure you have the right size for your dog.
And this goes sort of, I mean, I have an 80-pound dog, so this is like the chest of the dog.
This goes on the chest right here.
Sitting up.
He's sitting up, and then it has a hook here that then tethers into the seat belt.
And this little guy who we have here, he's a little upset.
Yes, but let me show you, before we go to our little guy over here, let me show you how this one works in action. If you open the door here, you can see we have Abby here, who's a little tangled up in here.
So Abby can still move a little bit, but
so Abby can stand up and sit down, which is fine. No, not time to get out yet.
Abby.
But he's tethered to the seat belt. So if you stop suddenly, Abby doesn't come flying through the car and injure herself as well as injuring you.
Another option you have is something like, we took our poor little friend away for some comfort. This is sort of a booster seat.
This is a booster seat. Let me see if I can take Lizzie back. She's just a little upset because her mommy's not nearby.
And we ran out of treats.
This is good for small dogs. You have a small dog that can sit in here comfortably. Again, they need to wear a harness. And the seat comes with a tether that then attaches the dog to the seat.
And then they can see up a little bit higher as well,
which we know dogs like. That's right, but they can't then fly away or become a distraction.
Lastly, and very quickly, carriers are important. Get the right size for your pet, but how do you secure this in your car?
You can buy a restraint system to restrain it to your car, or many of those pet-friendly cars have the anchors in the back where you can tether it to the back.
Almost like you'd have an anchor for your car seat.
You need to restrain the carrier as well as the pet.
Keep them safe, and you'll keep everyone else safe as well. We're going to get this little one some love. Dr. Debbye Turner Bell, thanks as always.